Your team's captain is the most important player on the pitch. They're there to motivate, to lead by example, and to inspire your team regardless of the conditions of the game. So with that being said, here's our top 11 made up from the greatest captains of all time. Iker Casillas, the only player in footballing history to have lifted 8 trophies as captain. Those 8 include the Champions League, World Cup and European Championship. Though Real Madrid hero Raúl prevented Casillas from taking the armband earlier, he got his hands on it in 2010 and wouldn't let it go until his departure to Porto. Casillas is just one of 3 World Cup winning captains to be goalkeepers. Carlos Puyol. A one-club man, Puyol injected a bit of grit and nastiness into a Barcelona team better known for their flair and technique. He spent 15 years at the Nou Camp, 10 of which he served as captain. The Catalan-born defender has been lauded by virtually everybody that he's played with as a miraculous and inspirational leader. Franz Beckenbauer, quite possibly the greatest captain in footballing history. Beckenbauer won every trophy available to him during his career with Bayern Munich and the German national team. In fact, he began captaining Bayern at just 23 and Germany at 24. He became known for his steely determination as well as his class and elegance on the ball. Beckenbauer is the greatest sweeper as well in the history of the game. Franco Baresi. When Baresi was injured early on during the '94 World Cup, it was expected that he would return home to Italy to recuperate. However, that was just not in the centre-back's nature though, and instead immediately went under the knife, returning to the Azzurri just in time for the final. Baresi captained AC Milan for 15 years, twice dragging them from Serie B and ultimately winning 6 Serie A titles and 3 Champions Leagues. Bobby Moore. Moore's authority on the pitch was assumed without any need to bellow or shriek at his players. Like Beckenbauer, he was just effortless on the ball and could easily pick out a pass to his teammates. Bobby Charlton described him as a natural leader, and he captained England to the success at the 1966 World Cup. Paolo Maldini. It would take something special to replace Franco Baresi as captain of AC Milan, but Maldini was special. One of the greatest defenders ever to have played the game, Maldini began life at centre-back but ended up playing left-back for the majority of his career. Nicknamed Il Capitano for obvious reasons, Maldini captained Milan for 12 years and Italy for 8, winning 5 Champions League trophies throughout his career. Steven Gerrard. Gerrard's influence on Liverpool during his time as captain cannot be understated. He truly did lead by example, especially during Liverpool's fairy tale 04-05 Champions League run, where he literally dragged them kicking and screaming to the Champions League final. His performances first against Olympiacos and then against Milan in the final were proper Roy of the Rovers stuff, and Gerrard has to have his place on this team. Roy Keane. A born winner, Keane has an insatiable appetite for victory, and he assured that every player who played alongside him had it too. 11 red cards throughout his career isn't setting the best example, but he was mentally exceptional. Possibly Keane's greatest ever performance came in the 1998-1999 Champions League semi-final against Juventus. Keane totally controlled the Juventus midfield, which had Edgar Davids and Zinedine Zidane in it, and that was despite knowing that he would miss the final after picking up a yellow card. Obdulio Valera, the man who inspired Uruguay to one of the greatest shocks in football. When the Uruguayan FA told their team it was all about damage limitations against Brazil in the World Cup final, they even said that 4 goals was acceptable to lose by, but Valera did not agree. As captain, he instructed his team to forget what they had heard and rallied his troops, and they went on to shock the world by winning. He's one of the first ever players to utilise game management, and he spent most of his career with Peñarol back in Uruguay. Francisco Gento. A left winger who was always striving to get the more out of his game, Gento inspired his teammates to do likewise. One of Spain's greatest ever players and a Real Madrid legend, Gento won 6 European Cups and is now honorary president of Real Madrid. Diego Maradona. El Diego has a bit of a checkered past, and some may even argue that he doesn't deserve his place in this team, but that is nonsense. In terms of captains leading by example, Maradona at the 1986 World Cup tops the lot. As well as his extraordinarily inspirational performances for Argentina, Diego also led Napoli to unprecedented levels of success as captain between 86 and 91. So that's our team. Who do you think we missed out? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel if you already haven't.